I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director and Founder of ESS BIZTOOLS. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the Export Market Development Grant, which is about to open. It opens on the 12th of November at 10 a.m. AEST. This is a grant that is only available for SMEs. The applicants must have a turnover of less than $20 million to be able to apply for this grant. And they must be exporting or ready to export products or services to overseas countries, except New Zealand and a few other countries that have been banned by the Australian government. But the benefit also applies to a business based in Australia who is offering services to overseas residents when they visit Australia, and obviously are undertaking promotional activities to overseas residents to get them to come to Australia to go whitewater rafting or sailing on the Barrier Reef or visiting the Red Centre at Uluru or going to Northern Territory, Tasmania, or Northwest Western Australia or other parts of Australia. So if you've got clients as an accountant or a bookkeeping firm who are exporting products or services or supplying services to overseas residents when they're visiting Australia, they could apply for a grant to help them with the outlays that they are incurring to be able to supply these services. My background is I've been a senior partner of an accounting firm. I was chief financial officer and company secretary of a listed public company. And I was a business advisor to a major Australian government program called COMET, Commercialising Emerging Technology, which looked at getting innovative companies ready for capital raising activities. And we had to use Section 708 of the Corporations Act. We didn't have crowdsourced funding equity raising or early stage innovation company, which would have made that process a little bit easier. But getting back to the Export Market Development Grant, it's a great service that is there for exporters. There needs to be a very detailed application submitted, and we have full details of that process that's available on the ESS BIZTOOLS website for our subscribers to download and utilise, and to be ready when the applications open on the 12th of November. Why is there the urgency of getting applications in as soon as possible after the 12th of November or on the 12th of November? It's primarily because the federal government allocates a specific sum of money for this grant. And the administrator, Austrade, calls applications and processes those applications. And when they have allocated the sum of money that the federal government have supplied, they then cease applications because they've run out of the budget amount that they've got available for this purpose. So it is very important that if you've got clients who you think might be eligible, that you have a conversation with them as soon as possible so that you can alert them or remind them, whatever the case may be, that this grant application is available for them. Interestingly, in this round of applications, it is for 2 financial years, 2024-25 and 2025-26. So you need your clients to be thinking long-term as to what they might like to achieve from their exporting activities, or put probably a little bit different, what do they want to undertake over there in overseas countries to get them better established. There are 3 tier levels in this grant. Tier 1 is for businesses new to exporting. And if the key people involved haven't had previous export experience, Austrade requires them to undertake an export training course, and full details are shown on our promotional material on our website. This is expenditure that is able to be claimed as part of the grant. It's very desirable that new residents, new businesses undertake this as soon as possible. The annual turnover for a Tier 1 applicant has to be over $100,000. So the business needs to be doing something. That doesn't necessarily have to be export income, but it's new income. And the minimum grant is $20,000, which your client will have to match, and the maximum grant for Tier 1 is $30,000 to get them started. Bearing in mind it's a 2-year application process, so the grants could in fact be $60,000 over the 2 years. Tier 2 applicants are for businesses who are continuing to export within existing markets. So they've selected some markets around the world, they're exporting to them. They're now wanting to uplift the level of activities to do some new things in those markets, and they're able to apply for funding to assist them. Now, the minimum grant for Tier 2 applicants is $20,000, but the maximum is $50,000. Both of those figures are for a 12-month period. So obviously, even a 2-year grant process, those figures go to $40,000, and $100,000 is the maximum amount that a Tier 2 applicant can claim. Tier 3 is for people who are established as exporters who are now wanting to export to new markets. And the government is definitely offering an incentive for them to do that. So they're eligible exporters who are exporting eligible products. They're seeking to expand export promotional activity. They're ready to make a strategic shift. They're moving on with opening marketing to new countries, new markets, because of that strategic shift. The minimum grant amount for a Tier 3 business is $20,000, but the maximum is $80,000. So over a 2-year period, they may have received $160,000 from the government. Bear in mind, they need to match that $160,000 in the application process. So it's an interesting program to assist your clients to get ready, but there's more. They need to prepare a plan to market. This is like a business plan for an exporting business, and this is work that you can do to assist them. We've gone through in the ESS BIZTOOLS product package and identified the key issues. Austrade is looking for a plan to market that is written exclusively for this business, not one that you copied off another a business, maybe a company or a partnership or a trust, because all of those types of entities are eligible to apply for the Export Market Development Grant. But you have to sit down with the client and make them think through the process that they're going to be adopting, whichever tier they're working within. How they're going to make this whole process work so that their client gets the benefit. It's not just a matter of spending promotional money, even though the government's paying half. What obviously your client wants is to get export revenue that they can make profits out of to help their business. So the plan to market is very important, and we've detailed a fair bit of time and energy in preparing this part of it, because you're looking for what is the strategy, what is the marketing intended to be undertaken, who are the markets that your client is trying to market to. It's interesting to go through the list and see who the Tier 3 markets that the Australian government has nominated to get this extra financial benefit. It's for businesses that are starting to market to countries like Bangladesh, Brunei Darussalam, India, Singapore, Cambodia, Italy, Taiwan, Canada, Japan, Thailand, China, Laos, Timor-Leste, Fiji, Malaysia, United Arab Emirates, France, Netherlands, United Kingdom, Germany, Papua New Guinea, United States, Hong Kong, Philippines, Vietnam. Some of those countries could be classified as emerging markets, but quite a number of them are very big, strong markets. And quite frankly, I'm a bit surprised that some of them are in that list. But the Australian government has obviously decided that there are more export opportunities in those countries. I think you should sit down and talk to your clients who are exporting and make sure they realise the significance of this grant opportunity. Because not only do businesses have the opportunity to put these applications in, Austrade has got about 80 offices around the world that your client can then produce promotional material and send it to those offices, especially in the countries. There's 30 countries in that list I just read out. You make sure you send promotional material to them, produce short videos and send across to the Austrade offices so that their staff are familiar with what your client is able to produce. And that will give them a great opportunity to be able to communicate with their clients. I told you earlier that at one stage of my career, I was the chief financial officer and company secretary of a listed public company. We were Australia's second largest meat corporation. And I had dealings with an original version of the exporting activities, which is a little bit different to these ones because the benefit you got back was you got your payroll tax refunded. So there's been a lot of different changes occur over the years in exporting activities. But governments for many years have been offering programs to try to assist Australian exporters to improve their performance, improve their market spread. And there are inducements that are there for people to go into new markets or markets that Austrade and the Department of Trade have decided are markets that could be further developed, could be further brought to Australian businesses' attention. So please talk to your clients about that. ESS BIZTOOLS has a special promotion at present. We are very concerned about the state of small businesses in Australia. There's a lot of problems. Failure rate is very high. The Australian government small business ombudsman has made a report recently that I wrote an article today for our accounting firm subscribers and said, I think this is reading you must undertake so you understand the problems that Bruce Bilson, the ombudsman, foresees in the Australian small business community. So we're very much appreciative of the issues that are out there for many SMEs. I believe that the appropriate group of professional advisors to help these SMEs are accountants, bookkeepers, and business advisors. So what I've developed within our firm is the BizAid by ESS BIZTOOLS program. We have significantly discounted our product packages on an individual basis to hopefully encourage accountants to be able to offer a broader range of services, and so that you can then offer those services to your SME clients, possibly at a slightly lower rate than what you would normally have. So your subscription for 12 months access for the ESS BIZTOOLS Export Market Development Grant Program is $250 plus GST. I'll repeat it, $250 plus GST. For 12 months access, you can use that for one client or 100 clients or any number of clients. That's your choice. I think if you get over 10 clients, you will find the return on investment is quite interesting. My estimate, based on my experience as a fellow of the Australian CPAs, fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants, a member of the Institute of Management Consultants, and my various consulting work indicates that you should be able to charge a fee of $500 to $1,000 per client for helping them on the export market development grant application. You can do the sums and work out your internal rate of return on that activity. If you've got any questions about any aspect of the products that ESS BizTools has produced as part of our BizAid program to help accountants, bookkeepers and business advisors have packages available that you can immediately earn income from by offering it out to your clients and your prospects. Please send me an email, peter@essbiztools.com.au. Don't forget, the next round of applications, which is for a 2-year period for the Export Market Development Grant, opens on Tuesday, the 12th of November at 10 a.m. AEDT. I hope you're able to assist a number of clients to be able to get access to these very valuable grants, which will help them promote and market their activities in overseas markets. Stay safe. Have a great day. Goodbye.